To you Aries. So you have the Ace of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, and you Aries have the Hanged Man. Some of you Aries may have had somebody, but the two of you have split up. You were trying to really get to know them. You were paying attention to them, and you decided that you Aries decided that you wanted to actually slow down on getting to know them because they started showing you some real issues. Maybe you Aries may have had issues with this person for a little while, maybe not. Maybe this person just started acting crazy out of nowhere, and you Aries don't want to have to deal with that nonsense anymore, because one minute, like I said before, things seem to be cool, and then for some reason you just hit this issue in the road. But prior to this issue, you and this person was on the way towards being a full-blown long-term relationship, but this person disappointed you because they're showing you how wild they are. And where it is that I'm getting the break from is the Hanged Man. And then you also have the Tower as well. But the Hanged Man represents just being patient, right? Because of the Tower. Because this person showed you some real issues. You, Aries, was like, okay, whoa. Maybe it's time for you to actually pump your brakes a little bit. Or some of you may even potentially want to get married. Maybe this person came to you and started pressing the issue about them wanting to be married. Pressing the issue about wanting to be married. Some of them, if not marriage, some of them wanted to be married and they let you know that they wanted to be married, but they made themselves look crazy even though they're saying that they wanted to be married. And so you Aries are like, wait, hold up. You're not going to marry them while they're looking crazy like this. Why would you? Why would you marry them? What exactly is going on here? And so because of this, the Two of Cups represents just how it jeopardized the relationship. And then you have the Eight of Cups. And this is what created the schism or the fracture between the two of you. The two of you ended up splitting up because it really jeopardized the relationship. You Aries were able to see that there was some serious issues going on with them right now. You Aries are trying to do right by them, and you're paying attention to them. Again, like you're not, the Ace of Pentacles, the relationship was important to you. So it's not like you Aries were looking at them and you're like, you're just using them as a body, right? Just to be able to get your rocks off. So you don't really care. They're just a bop for you. Or on either side, because either side can be bops. You actually cared about this person, and you Aries wanted to see how far this thing can go. If the two of y'all can do the life thing together. And this person just turned into a monster overnight, because it just seems like you and this person couldn't be able to actually see eye to eye. And so you Aries just decided to, you got fed up, and you Aries are like, okay, if the person wants to go so badly, or if the two of you can't be on the same page with one another, you Aries brought it up to them that maybe the two of you should break up. And see, the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Wands speaks to how you Aries, because you're being true to yourself. How in the world could this person press you? How in the world could this person keep trying to press the issue and think that you Aries aren't really about that? Of course you Aries are, because here you Aries go trying to be as great of a person to them as much as you Aries possibly can, and they just keep making it worse and worse and worse for themselves. They keep making the connection between yourself and them worse. This could even be for career wise too, but sometimes contracts feel like marriages, where it's like maybe there's some sort of business contract that you have or some sort of an agreement with a person, and the person is now basically going back on their agreement. It could be documented, it may not necessarily be documented, but the point is that the person is going back on their agreement. And here you Aries are trying to figure out what exactly is going on, because you Aries are actually paying it forward, being transparent, being very much so transparent about that situation. And here they are, they're not being transparent. They're just, again, out of nowhere, they're giving you a hard time. Part of it is control. They have this control issue with you. They have this control issue with you. But you Aries, it's funny because Aries is a philanderer. Aries on either side can be a philanderer, meaning a person that can be a bop. And Aries is a person that can be for the streets. I have an Aries moon, and I'm saying that Aries can be for the streets. But for you to not be about the streets and evolve and actually be about one person, or how many, I don't know, there's a lane open for everybody. How many people that you are about, I'm not the moral police. And you're being honest with with this person or people, and they're giving you issues. It's like they're a real idiot, because they don't understand you Aries for real, for real. And what I mean by that is they don't understand the gravity of the situation. Yeah, they could be playing games, but they really don't understand the gravity of the situation. You Aries could really be out here being bops. And if they really understood the gravity of the situation, they would appreciate it, because you Aries actually went on a straight and narrow. And or if you've been on a straight and narrow for a long time, it just means that you Aries could have had a lot of people, as far as a lot of people being interested. You actually took yourself off of the market for a little while, however long it is, to get to know this one person. And here this person goes, kicking this issue to you, and they don't understand what type of time it is. Like, you Aries have people that are already interested in you and what you've got going on. So they just need to slow their roll with the whole thing. And the Knight of Wands and the Four of Cups right here really represents, again, they really don't understand what type of time you Aries are really on. Because here they are being difficult. Here they are trying to like give you a difficult time, like, oh, trying to make it seem like here, like you can't do well without them. But again, this is the nonsense. Like, they kicking this I want to be married stuff. And it's like you Aries are learning why they never will be. And that even if they do end up being married, they will never, let me put this in a context. They will never be married to a person that has self-respect and has a certain form of decency. Not a person that gets respect. Not a person that respects themselves to a certain extent. Not a person that, has decency and has worth, inner worth, self-worth. Yeah, they may get married. They'll get married to an idiot. They'll get married to a weakling. They'll get married to a person who doesn't have integrity and has a weak constitution. Sure. You feel what I'm saying? No pun intended. When I say constitution, I'm talking about inner ethics, right? The code that they live for themselves is what I'm referring to. I'm not talking about no government nonsense. Again, this is not a political channel. But I'm just using my words because I'm just using my words playfully, because I'm a writer. This is what we do. We have a large vocabulary because we read and we write. So, I wrote 3 books. But anyway, so So this person is just being difficult with you, Aries. To be honest with you, this person is talking this nonsense, acting like you're not gonna go anywhere. And yes and no, in the sense that no, you're not gonna go anywhere if they essentially acted like they have common sense. But yes, you will if they keep playing this with you. And they're not getting that. They keep playing that game of, oh, I want to be married, but I'm gonna make your life terrible, and I'm playing the role of the jealous, idiotic, sitcom or movie script villain that first starts off to be so charming. And for you, Aries, right, the Knight of Wands, I just see a lot of you, Aries, don't see it as being charming. You don't see it as charming. You don't see it as attractive. You don't see it as something that you would really want to have around you long term. So let's clarify the Four of Cups. Same thing if it's business. The way that they move the goalposts is not something that you, Aries, would want to hang out with. The Sun, the Ace of Michael, the Perspective, which is the Hanged Man, Three of Ariel, and then change your life. Says it all. Says it all. The Sun card and the Ace of Michael, right? The Perspective. You're getting a whole new perspective about this person because you're seeing the kind of games that some people will play, and more so specifically this person. Even if it's business, in a sense that they'll say everything that they think that you want to hear to not only comfort you, but to get you to actually invest and take time out to be in a relationship with them. Whether if it's business, right? Whether it's romantic, they want you to get into a relationship with them long term. And then once it is that they think that, or they falsely perceive that you're locked in deep enough, that's when they start to try to make your life terrible as much as they possibly can. And this is why you got the Sun card, because the Sun card represents that's where the awareness went to. You Aries seeing this, and you Aries are seeing how, whether it's business or romantic, where did this sweet, kind person and intelligent person go? All of a sudden, this business deal or this person romantically started to show you a whole new face or a whole new perspective. And you Aries are like, well, what happened, right? Then you have the Three of Ariel and change your life. Change of life would be like the Tower card. So you're changing your life because you understand that you have to do your homework, like I said. And even more powerful than doing your homework, right? Asking them questions. You Aries are understanding that, people can essentially lie. You caught these people trying to front, right? And rock you to sleep, so to speak, right? Nod you to sleep, get you to not pay attention to the fact that, because when I say rock you to sleep, I'm not just talking about lower your guard by getting you to trust them. I'm also talking about like convincing you that they will never do this to you, so that if it happens, if and when it happens, you make excuses for it, because this person was so trusting up until this point. Nothing happened. This person hasn't given you a reason to start wilding out on them. What happened now all of a sudden? So now you start coming up with making the excuses, and you give a grace time, as you give a grace time, even though this person is still carrying on with their nonsense, doing it, and they're getting worse with it over time. So I see a lot of you Aries need to also understand, and you learn this piece of wisdom. Yeah, you have to do your homework and find out about them, watch, ask them questions, but you also have to understand that, people can be putting on an act for the time being. So when they put on an act and they act like they are amazing people, that's not necessarily based upon you. You did what it is that you were supposed to do. It's just that some people just now, again, this is where we get the whole you gotta wait, because people start showing you a whole new face and change, because the mask comes off. That's who they were, but they have changed to the person that they have orientated themselves to, i.e. you, Aries, in this case, because they've changed. They've taken the mask off. This is who they were up underneath the mask, but they put the mask on. So you thinking you getting such and such when that's not who they are, personality wise, mentally, spiritually. That's not who they are. They are a parasite. So if someone is in your life right now, or if it's a business deal or something like that, again, Three of Pentacles, three of Ariel, and change your life. Change your life by getting away from them. You know, you're doing yourself a favor by doing that. Just know that they're not going to get any better. And just know that if it's love, and if y'all talking about marriage, or if any kind of hopes that you may have wanted to marry this person, don't you dare, because this person is only going to be in your life making things worse. So that's it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to get the YouTube channel to over 100K. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell. Set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. And please make sure to come through and get my personal readings, as well as my cyber services, my cybersecurity services. I got to also put that in my Linktree link as well. And yeah, that's it. Peace.